Hi, good day. This is Jonerey Bartido. Now, I'm going to discuss about the medieval English literature and I will answer the 7 questions regarding the story of King Arthur and his knights. Literature in the medieval period. Much of the early literature of this period consists of sermons, prayers, lives of saints, and homilies. In secular medieval literature, the figure of King Arthur, an ancient British hero, attracted the attention and imagination of these early writers. Arthur first appeared in literature in the Latin history of the British king around 1147. Included in this period is the epic Beowulf, which dates back to approximately the 8th century. We also see works like Sir Gawain and the Green Knight. In this period saw the development of the ballad, short narrative poem, simple in plot, and intended to be sung. All animus, the ballads dealt with subjects that appealed to the popular imagination deeds of violence, resulting from jealousy, heroic deeds, and battle. Relationship between man and supernatural beings, and sometimes humorous domestic incidents. Quite number of ballads dealt with the exploits of Robin Hood, a legendary bandit depicted as a man who robbed the rich to give to the poor. Also this medieval period, the metrical romance also developed during this period. An example is the wonderful account of deeds and exploits of King Arthur and his knights. Now, I'm going to answer the 7 questions regarding the story of King Arthur and his knights. The first question is, why did King Arthur give his newborn baby to Merlin the magician? King Arthur gave Merlin his baby Arthur because he had made a bargain with Merlin magician. The bargain was Merlin would call up the dragon's breath, change Arthur into the shape of Gorloius, and thus allow him a knight of carnal knowledge with Gorloius' Duchess Ingrid. If Merlin did that, Arthur would have to surrender whatever resulted from that night of passion. What resulted was Arthur. So, when he was born, Arthur surrendered his child to Merlin the magician. Furthermore, in that time, King Arthur was deeply in love with Ingrid, even if Ingrid was already married. In order to have a courage to make fall in love Ingrid to King Arthur tried to ask the magician Merlin the help that they have a deal that if Ingrid will fall in love to King Arthur and married him, the deal will actually if King Arthur and Ingrid will bear a child. It should be Merlin will take the responsibility of taking care of the child. For no matter how well Merlin will take the responsibility, that King Arthur will not interrupt on how Merlin's ways of taking care of the child, but Merlin gave the child to Hector to be able to have a normal life, then Hector became the father of Arthur. Second question, what event happened 2 years later? To whom did King vacate his kingdom? King Arthur died 2 years after Arthur's birth. The kingdom is in jeopardy, every baron struggling to seize control. King Arthur vacated his kingdom to his son Arthur, the future king of England. The third question, why didn't Merlin want to proclaim Arthur king just yet? Arthur was still only a baby that time. He is only 2 years old when his father Arthur died and left the England without a king or any substitute to lead the England. Merlin knew it would no use yet to proclaim him as a king. Then, for there were many powerful nobles in England in those days, each one hoping to get the kingdom for himself and might hesitate killing the little prince or Arthur. So there was strife and much debate throughout the land of England that time. Merlin decided that in the exact time Arthur will proclaim himself as a king of England by his own willingness and bravery. Fourth question. What test did Merlin prepare to show to the people who the rightful heir to the throne was? Merlin goes to the Archbishop of Canterbury, tells him a miracle is coming soon, and advises him to assemble all the lords of the kingdom at Christmas. They come and find a sword lodged in a stone, and on it the legend, "Who's to pull out the stone and unveil is duly born, King of all kingdom. No man can budge it, and to keep them in hand." The Archbishop arranges a New Year's Day tournament. Then, the brother of Arthur and his father Hector wants to join this tournament to be able to become a king in England. Fifth question. Why did Merlin have to prepare a test instead of merely proclaiming Arthur as the rightful king? Magician Merlin prepared a test that whoever can pull out the sword from the stone. Fifth question. Why did Merlin have to prepare a test instead of merely proclaiming Arthur as the rightful king? Magician Merlin prepared a test that who can pull out the sword from the stone, he will become the king of England. Instead of proclaiming Arthur as a rightful king, Merlin wants Arthur to prove himself to his future duty, his worthiness and strength to lead the kingdom of England. She wants Arthur to prove that Arthur can be a king of England with or without his father Arthur on his back. Merlin prepared a test that only Arthur can solve it, to be able to show to the England people on how the true king should it be, and managed to pass a difficult test for the sake of the people who wants to become a king in England. Merlin wanted to witness the people how Arthur passed the test in order to become a rightful king of England. The sixth question. Do you think the traits of King Arthur are worth emulating by one who wants to be a leader? Yes, King Arthur is worth emulating by one who wants to be a leader because Arthur can be characterized as a good leader by his strength, his honesty, brave, in that he displayed sincerity, integrity, and candor his actions, as he swore to his lords and commoners to be a true king and to govern with true justice. The seventh question. Do you find Sir Gawain's actions appropriate reflect this stated value? Is this fitting state for a knight? Sir Gawain took the Green Knight's challenges as this was part of the chivalry code of honor. Of all the knights, he still remained courageous and brave all the times. He felt that honor and valor were important qualities in a night. So he always tried to uphold them. I conclude that to the fabled story of King Arthur and his knights, it is full of adventure, magic, and love. But the true value of the legend is its ability to be a window for us into a medieval times and see their ideas and values. King Arthur and his knights have both shaped and helped pass down the history of the Britain throughout the ages.